Today, we are doing it again. And what I'm talking about is we're trying something that I'm not totally familiar nor comfortable with. And it worked out the first time. Let's see if it works out again. Hello and welcome to another episode of Bricks and Toys. My name is Brandon, and today we are tackling a Lego Ideas set that is the second of its kind that I originally wasn't comfortable with the first one, but I ended up building it and loving it, and that's what led me into this one. And the first one was the medieval blacksmith. When I built that set, I really had no attachment to medieval stuff. I'm not a guy that goes to medieval festivals. I think I like the medieval beer chicks. That's cool. But other than that, medieval, Viking, this whole bubonic plague era thing, it's just not something that really resonates with me. But I built the blacksmith based on a recommendation from somebody I met at the Lego store, and I enjoyed that build. That build's in the Lego City, and I really, really enjoy it. And then I found out that they're coming out with the Lego Ideas Viking Village. And here it is, right here. It is set number 21343, coming in at 2,103 pieces. And so when I first saw this set, I originally had those original feelings that I did towards the blacksmith. Like, why? It's not my thing. I don't go to the Age of Chivalry festival and do all that stuff. I don't, even when slot machines have medieval themes and stuff, I don't even play those slot machines. I just avoid this all in general. And then when I saw the set, I was just like, small building, weird platform, weird bridge. But the minifigs do look kind of cool. So I figured, since I feel this kind of uncertainty about it, like I did with the blacksmith, we should definitely spend $130 on this set and build it and experience it. Because that's the number one thing that I'm all about. If it's not in your comfort zone or your zone of understanding, then that's something you should definitely knock the dust off and go and explore. Life is all about doing things that make no sense to you or can make you uncomfortable. And that's how you experience the true potential of life. So that's why this is here. So now let's take a look at the box. Let's see kind of what we're getting here. And then we're going to cut open the box. And let's take a quick look. Like I said, it looks like we have two small huts. And then we have this hut that looks like it's 3 floors. But again, pretty small. Then it looks like we got some type of watchtower with a bridge that goes over to that hut. It looks like it's built kind of like on an island. So that's pretty unique. The minifigures do look really cool. I love the printing of these minifigs. You can see some more right there at the top. On the back, it shows it from a little bit different of an angle. I'm going to say kind of like with the medieval blacksmith and a lot of these sets, it's going to have a blacksmith inside of it, which seems to be this building right here. That might be a living hut. We'll see. It looks like maybe a little bit of a dining hall in that little building, and then whatever this building is. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of stuff that I don't really understand how it all goes together and how it works. So this should be, hopefully, like the blacksmith, a build that I really turn out to enjoy. So let's go ahead, let's get our knife, and let's cut this sucker open. 2 pieces of tape does it across the top. And then take a look inside. I can see a bag 14 right off the top. I'm going to say this is probably about a 14 to 16 bag build. Let's go do our pour. Oh yeah, it comes out really nice. Now, is this that new element that's super flexible? Yeah, it's not too bad. I've been seeing a lot of things online about upgrading your Daily Bugle to this piece so it's not so droopy and it's more pliable, but not like where it falls down. That might be an upgrade that we do to our Daily Bugle for our Spider-Man character down the road. But today we're about the bridge. these are clearly going to be for the bridge. Let's go find our book. Here we go. The book is just sealed with some glue. So there's our book. Is there any stickers? No stickers. Good. We got our QR code on this one for our 20 points. Now let's take a look. There's going to be some stuff about the designer, because this is a Lego Idea set that did win the chance to be made. 15 bags total. Looks like we get a total of 4 minifigures with this set. I would expect a couple more, but you know, we got to take what we're given. This set is actually a really good value at about 6.2 cents price per piece, because we are getting about a 2,000 piece set for 130 bucks. That is extremely doable. So it looks like we're at 432 build steps, 244 pages. So that is this build. Now I'm going to dive in. I'm going to get this sucker built. We'll be back at my desk doing the review of this set. Okay, so now let's go and take a look at this Viking village. Still not sure what all the buildings are around. I'm for sure I can look it up and find out. So we're just going to call them for what they look like. Blacksmith. Looks like a throne room. It looks like a watchtower that comes over with a bridge. That's what we're going to roll with this. So we're going to start off with just the general layout of everything. This does get built in 3 steps. 1, 2, then 3. This one being kind of the more part intensive. This is a small parts build on average. Most parts are 1x1 style parts or 1x2 style parts. So let's start off over here to the first part that we build. Take a look at our first minifigure. We have the blacksmith. I do have to say I really do like the printing on the hammer. That is really cool. It's kind of like a rose gold print. And I don't believe that he has a second face. No, she does not. So that is the blacksmith minifigure. Here we do have this really cool tree. I say it's cool because it does use a really unique technique to be made. Coming down next to the tree, we do have this little printed thing of the Vikings. It's a really unique symbol. And again, that's kind of got that rose gold print on it as well. Then we can take the top of the hut off. Very basic building technique all throughout this. And then we come inside and we have our first play feature, which is just this fire that you can flick up. That looks like it's moving, but mine gets stuck. So that's kind of unique. And then we can see all the stuff that the blacksmith is blacksmithing. Swords and helmets and shields and, you know, all the things that you would expect from a medieval Viking era blacksmith. And then the hut of this one just goes right on back, just like that. And then we can take off the top of our next building, which is going to be kind of like the throne room with a cooking area. As you can see, we do have a little cooking area right here. We have some chicken. We also have a cat that needs to move. And nothing too exciting with the detail on this. There is some weaponry on the walls right over there. Just really simple, small pieces make a building type thing. Cat just broke off a piece. On a side note, this piece comes off way too easy. I've already knocked it off 2 times while trying to film this section of the video. Then we get another good look at that interior room. And here we have our next Viking. This one does have a horned helmet and some armor. It looks like a white beard. No back on the head, just what you see here. Put him back with his helmet. The helmets are really cool because they do got that little centerpiece right there, really completing the look. And the printing on these minifigures are really cool. There's a lot of little gold elements all throughout this build. Getting this roof to go back on is a little tricky. It does get a little stuck, but very easy to get through. We got some gold sausages making up the roof. They do a good job using radiator elements to make like the thatching on the roof. And I also like this printed element to make this nice little woodwork. And we do have a pair of front working doors that we can just open up just like that and get in. So pretty standard stuff, standard issue. And then we come over to our next building. Now this roof does not come off easily, but we do have our next minifigure right up there. This is, again, just a single face minifigure with a different style of horned helmet. He does have leg printing like the rest of them. Then we come over to the little hut. It is open in the front because you kind of climb up a ladder on the inside and come across where he is. I really do like the bridge and how it's built. I think that is really cool. And then we come down to our next minifigure, and this one does have a double head printing. So let's take a look at that. And there is the second head printing on that minifigure, the only one that does it. Put her back with her hairpiece. There we go. We do have a working door right here to come in. Looks like we got some area for some liquor or some beer in those barrels. This whole plate is designed to be like a dock on some land overlooking the water with that nice azure blue. Here we kind of have this little watchtower area. And then we come over to this side of it. More of that cross-thatching look with the roof. A lot of stonework on this part. The stonework was quite entertaining. And then we have the little internal area right here. Contains no treasure chest or Easter eggs or anything special. One really cool thing is you can grab it from the back of here, pull that whole back section off, and really take a look inside. And that's going to be our next somewhat play feature and our only other really cool play feature. Nothing too much to report in there, just some pumpkins and some cherries. Again, that wall goes right back on, super easy, just like so. Ta-da, done. So that is the Viking Village in a nutshell. Really, really styled, cool, but yeah, guys, it's a different type of piece. So now let's go and wrap up this video. So what is my end of the build, one sentence, one liner, sum it all up with this? Well, guys, it's average. There is two really cool building techniques that I would like to point out. One of them is a technique using two snot bricks with a rod going straight through. And what that serves is a dual purpose. One, to hold the plate up on the edge, and two, to make a connection point to put these two pieces or three pieces together. So that is one really cool building technique. And then there was one other building technique that for some reason, for the life of me, it just can't come back. But besides that, one technique that kind of holds it all together, and the other one that I can't remember, we're not going to worry about it. But besides the cool building techniques, just a lot of this is just really average. It's what I would expect if you told me Vikings. I'm not super woed, but I am in a position to say for 130 US dollars, this 2,000 piece set is pretty unique. My biggest thing is longevity. I know I get a lot of Star Wars sets and they go right onto the shelf and they're display pieces, but we recognize Star Wars. So when we do that, when we're walking around, it just catches our eye and it's there. It's like, wow. Same thing with any other franchise within Lego. But Vikings is kind of one of those things to where wherever I put this, it's going to be one of those things that people are just going to walk right by on. So, am I happy I did buy it? Yes. I am happy I bought it because I really wanted to do this review for you guys, and I really wanted to step out and try something again that was not comfortable to me. Maybe it's the lack of understanding, But the things that I will do is I will give credit to Lego and the ideas designer, both, because they did come up with a really cool idea. The minifigures are really cool. I love the printing on the minifigures. I love those building techniques that are different, that we're not exactly used to. And I really do think that there is a lot of potential here for something special. Maybe that's where it all comes down for me, is that it's like a smaller build. It's more like a little teeny cottage type build. A lot of like 1x1 smaller pieces make up this build to where my main thing is can I make it into the Lego City? Can I do something Lego City with it? Like with El Dorado Fortress. Now that set, even though it's modular, you can stick it all together and convert it into a Mills plate and put it into a Lego City if you have the space. One day, maybe I'll have the space and I'll put it as a little water island and a fun attraction. But for this is very downscaled. I don't even think that this is correctly minifigure scale, as the minifigures are the size of mini door frames and other features of the set. Luckily, we get minifigures with a set this small. I could be wrong about the scale. Don't shoot. But I just feel like this is going to go onto the shelf, and that's just where it's going to sit. And because of that, I'm not the most thrilled about it. Like I said, my biggest thing is I like the part usage, I like the building techniques, I like the minifigures, and I like the overall design and aesthetic of it. Other than that, I'm at a wash. So, if you like Vikings and you like medieval stuff, go for it. It's awesome. It'll be a really cool build for you. But at the same time, you have to keep in mind, it is about, I think, 18 inches wide. It is kind of a kitty corner build, and you will have to find a place to put it at that. It is priced really reasonable. My thing is with Lego, I'm for sure I said this before on the channel, is it $100? More than likely, that's what Lego will cost you. Retired, not retired, anytime you go to do anything with Lego, bring $100. If you're under, you're lucky. If you're on point. And if you're over, well, that's to be expected. And this comes in right at the $100 mark. And if you're looking for a good set to buy for $100 that you haven't done, this is likely going to be the one you pick up. Either this or the Alpine Lodge. But the thing is that's the last point I did want to make about this is 3 fully built enclosed buildings. Unlike other sets that would be like this, to where they're open back, this one is not, and that's one thing to also point out. So, not a huge, big woohoo about it, but a rather dim, bleak opinion. It took me 3 days to build this, and not because it took all day, just because either me fighting this cold that I've had for the last 5-6 days, or I'm just not that interested. So either a lack of energy, or I'm just not that interested. I'm going to go with the latter, because there's so many other things that I want to be doing right now with the Lego City and other Lego projects, and this is just one of them that I wanted to get done to get you guys the other new October review done. So with that, let's go in and let's talk about the channel. And the first thing I want to say on the channel is thank you for hitting 500 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I am so appreciative. I know it's taken about 2 or 3 videos for me to get this thank you out there. It was just, I did all the Venator stuff at the first week, and I'm taking this other week to be sick and to get some other things done with the Lego City. So this is the first build that I can come out and tell you guys within the video, thank you. And I wanted to thank you guys so much, give you a big air hug. 500 subscribers is amazing. I never thought I would make it to that point. So, hell, I never thought I'd make it past 365. And now we have gone way above that to 500, and we just keep gaining momentum. And I'm seeing that we're doing better and better and better when things come out that really click with the YouTube algorithm. So thank you guys once again. And no, I am not going to disappoint you on the celebration video, but it will be about a month from today that the celebration video will be coming out. I already have the builds, and I will tell you this about the builds. They are the Batman builds. They are retired, and they are big, and they are expensive. But I did get a really good deal, I feel, and I did have to drive into a whole nother state, 2 to 3 hours away, to get these builds. So it's going to be a super fun video, talking about the story and talking about what we had to go through to get it done and the whole process. It's going to take about a month to get it done. I got a lot of stuff going on this month with the Lego City. That's what's going to come next on the channel, is we got to get that Lego City rebuilt, and you guys are not going to want to miss that. So thank you for the 500. The 500 subscriber builds are going to be epic. They're going to be awesome. I guarantee it. And stay tuned, because we got Lego City, modular buildings, and who knows, down the pipeline. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, like and share, comment your thoughts down below, what you think about the video, and I hope you all have a really nice day.